WWE Crown Jewel is looking really good. And have you guys noticed the change? We used to joke about how WWE Saudi pay-per-views is something Vince McMahon dreams about while taking a nap in a gym. May I add, not a dry nap. A lot of things that happen in these pay-per-views look like something that would happen in an alternate universe. And I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm not talking about the great matches such as Cain Velasquez versus Brock Lesnar. I'm so happy it happened. It almost seemed like Saudi pay-per-views are not canon. Well, I'm glad it finally changed. Instead of having dream matches for the sake of having dream matches, now it looks more like WrestleMania. One of the biggest rising stars in WWE history taking on one of the longest reigning WWE champions. Seth Rollins facing his biggest challenger yet, Drew McIntyre. Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. John Cena is wrestling. Nia Jax is going to be on the pay-per-view. What I'm trying to say is, Crown Jewel looks like a regular, good WWE pay-per-view. And I'm here to talk about this year's WWE Crown Jewel. But before that, make sure to click that like button. It really helps me out. Let the algorithm know we love this forehead man. Oh, and subscribe. You want these Coco Jumbo games, right? Let's talk about WWE Crown Jewel. The first match we're going to get is a kickoff match between Sami, Zayn, and JD McDonagh. I know it's going to be really good. JD McDonagh is becoming one of my favorite things on Monday Night Raw. Sami Zayn, you know the story. Sami is great. It is something you would probably see on Monday Night Raw, and I'm almost sure I've seen it on Monday Night Raw, but it's just a kickoff match. It's not like it matters that much. As much as I love the Judgment Day, I am kinda tired of the same old on Monday Night Raw. There are no cracks in the Judgment Day. The Judgment Day rule Monday Night Raw. If you believe. Well, I'm gonna go with Sami Zayn right here. No reason for him to lose at all. Then we're going to see WWE Women's Champion Io Sky versus Bianca Belair. So the thing with Io Sky is, I like her, I'm glad she's a champion, but it just doesn't feel like she's a champion. I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again, it feels like she's a WWE Women's Champion, yet doesn't even feel like the biggest part of Damage Control. I'm kinda worried about this match. Nothing against Bianca Belair, I think she could be a great champion again, I just don't feel like that would be the right move, but the fact that we're getting this match kinda makes me believe that's exactly what WWE are going for. And I just feel like we haven't seen enough yet. We haven't even seen Bianca Belair versus Io Sky yet. I'm gonna trust WWE on this one though, and my prediction is going to be Io Sky. John Cena versus Solo Sikoa. So this is a rivalry, right? We've seen these tag team matches. We've seen John Cena feuding with the Bloodline for weeks now, months probably. John Cena even claimed this is going to be one of the biggest matches of his career. He's really nervous. He even cried. This is a great opportunity for Solo. I think the match is actually going to be decent. Lately though, I'm kind of looking at Crown Jewel like it's SummerSlam, WrestleMania, you know, so for me it feels like it's not a big enough match for John Cena at such big pay-per-view, and I know it may sound selfish and a little bit illogical, but as much as I complained about it, what happened to bald Shawn Michaels returning? You know, coming back out of retirement. I want that. All jokes aside, what I'm trying to say is, John Cena is going to leave pretty soon, so I wish we got something a little bit more special. Now, there are rumors Randy might come back. I just don't feel like it's going to be at Crown Jewel. I don't expect such returns at Crown Jewel. I don't think CM Punk is coming back either. The biggest reason is, it would get leaked very easily. The thing with John Cena is, lately he's losing quite a lot, and I believe it's time for him to win. I know Solo would gain a lot, but it's not like he would lose a lot. I think John Cena should take the W right here, because lately he's taking way too many L's, and you know, I'm not saying he's losing credibility, he's not a regular WWE superstar, but let's switch it up a little bit, and my prediction is going to be John Cena. Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest. Not really excited about this match. Like I've said, as much as I like the Judgment Day, I'm kinda getting tired of this, and this seems like something I've seen on Monday Night Raw. I probably did. I've probably seen it 59 times. Not to take anything away from the match. The quality of the match I have no problems with. I think it's going to be good. I'm sure it will deliver. I'm just not that interested. It seems like lately Cody is, you know, in a lot of filler. if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna go with Cody on this one. And when it comes to Damian Priest, I don't think he's going to cash in, although a tease is possible. United States Championship match, Rey Mysterio versus Logan Paul. I'm really excited about this one. The story is actually pretty simple. He just challenged Rey Mysterio after his boxing match, showed him respect, but then he didn't. And the thing with Logan is every time he's in that ring, he gives us something new, he gives us something exciting. You may not like the douchebag, but man, he's good in that ring, right? And he keeps improving. Like, you're watching his promos now and he sounds so much better. He sounds so much more natural. He's a natural douchebag. He's just being himself. I really can't wait to see what's gonna happen right here. And my prediction is going to be Logan Paul, I guess, although I'm not so sure. But I think it would be the right move. Rey Mysterio is not a terrible United States champion, but I feel like Logan Paul needs more W's, and him with the United States Championship could be so much different from what we were seeing with the Intercontinental Championship. The Intercontinental Champion is a wrestler's wrestler, you know? And the United States Champion is not really a wrestler. He's not necessarily making the championship prestigious, but he's putting eyes on the championship, putting eyes on the product. He's making that championship mainstream, the most famous championship on social media. I think Logan should win. WWE World Champion Rhea Ripley versus Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Zoey Stark, Raquel Rodriguez, fatal 5-way match. The build was God help me. So we got a lot of brawls and Nia's promos, and not ready to talk about that, you know. What I do want to talk about is the fact that every woman in this match, I don't know if that makes sense, is an alpha. You know what I'm trying to say? Either very muscular, big, or a gimmick of a, you know, MMA fighter. You get the idea. So it's pretty interesting. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm excited about the match, even though it includes my nemesis. I think there's only one right result, and that's Rhea Ripley. That's my prediction. That's my wish. That's gonna be the biggest challenge for Rhea yet. And one of my biggest problems with Rhea Ripley lately is that she's focusing more on the Judgment Day, which is fine that she's focusing on the Judgment Day, but the championship kind of became secondary. But it seems like lately, at least, you know, people won the championship, and now we're going to get a fatal 5-way because that's how many people won the championship. The World Heavyweight Championship match, Seth frickin' Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. He's still called frickin'. I can't get behind that. The only people who think frickin' sounds cool are younger people. Younger as in 5, 6, 7 years old. Maybe, not even sure about that. It's Seth freaking Rollins. He's so freaking good. Good God almighty. Mommy, it's Seth freaking Rollins on television. I like the story, you know, for the most part because of Drew McIntyre. I think his character is great. Like I've said many times before, it's very logical. He's not ready to forgive Jey Uso because the script tells him to. Basically, that's how wrestling works. I'm really happy with what they're doing with the guy, and I kinda have an unpopular opinion on this one. So Seth Rollins was a decent champion. We got a lot of great matches. I kinda feel like I've seen everything I want to from this championship title reign, unless we get CM Punk, but to be honest, it doesn't need to be for a championship if CM Punk returns. I think Drew McIntyre should take the championship. I think that's the story right here. I think it's time. You know, ever since Seth Rollins won the championship, I said, you know, the guy who needs to beat him is Drew McIntyre. We were getting this match. Why not do the switcheroony with the championship, right? Let's do it. Frick it! Bold prediction, I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre. Even then, you know, I'm kind of 50-50 on this, but let's be a bit naughty. Finally, the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship match, Roman Reigns versus LA Knight. I like the story. I think it's great that LA Knight is getting this opportunity. Roman's reflection on his sunglasses is such a cold picture, man. This is so cool. All it really took to sell this match to me, if I'm being honest. People are worried about this match because LA Knight is really over and he's facing Roman, someone who is definitely not losing. But like I've said, I think LA Knight is kinda benefiting from all of this. I think he's getting more badass lately. He's not intimidated by Roman. And it depends on the way it's being booked. You know, I'm tired of Solo interfering. I'm tired of Jimmy interfering. And that's most likely going to happen. But it kinda needs to. I just hope something a little bit different. You know, a little bit. Something. Slightly. So, of course, Roman Reigns is my prediction, but let's say LA Knight takes the W. Somehow, some way. I can't imagine that happening. Let's say it does. How would you guys react to it? Let me know in the comments below. I feel like I know there's so much more to tell with Roman Reigns and the championship, Cody, maybe Rock. I get that. At the end of the day, would I complain? No. It would be one of the most shocking moments in WWE history. I don't think a lot of people would complain. The crowd would go nuts. It would break the internet, basically. I have a very unpopular opinion on wrestling. Maybe I told you that before. I think I did. But basically, wrestling is supposed to mimic life, right? Mimic sports, boxing. In boxing, MMA, whatever, you don't always get what you want or what you think makes sense. Yes, it makes sense for Roman to continue, go on, and all that stuff. But the fact that we don't have this unpredictability anymore kinda sucks. What I'm trying to say, occasionally, I like these bad WWE moments, bad booking WWE moments, because it just kinda makes sense to have these from time to time, right? Not necessarily saying that this is a bad booking decision, just something that you wouldn't really expect. But I don't see that happening. But anyway, these are my thoughts before WWE Crown Jewel. Let me know yours in the comments below and post your predictions. Make sure to like this video. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.